what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the ShabinLife. As usual, I have my phone and I wrote down some notes because I forget everything. But this video's, we're gonna try and keep it short and sweet. We just wanted to make the video really to say what's up to all the new subscribers. We noticed over the last couple weeks since the roof install video went up, which is still regular plays, but for some reason, the channel's gained some traction and we're excited about that. So we really appreciate all the new subscribers that are checking out the videos. That's awesome. I did write this down because I find it funny. We're even more excited that our channel is growing organically and that we've never had to pimp each other out in thumbnails or videos in order to gain momentum. Also, sorry for the delay in the videos. I broke the action camera, so none of the screens work. So that camera's shot. I leaned against my phone when I was on the ladder and cracked the screen, so that's not really functioning well. So we're really left with just one iPhone, and it's been a little bit tough because we had power, having the phones charged when you really need them. Everybody that's videoing off grid or doing these videos knows what I'm talking about. So I apologize that we've been such a stretch without a video because a lot has actually transpired in the last 3 or 4 weeks. Some we got on video, some we didn't. So with that being said, last time we sat on the steps, or I sat on the steps, we did a rewind video, and we're kind of going to do the same thing a little bit here. So I'll try and put in as much stuff as I possibly can that I either took a video or took a picture or something of so that you guys can see. So we'll start with, we did set up another IBC tote down where our other water collection system is so that we could start pumping water into that tank and kind of have it as a backup since we're pretty much living here full time now. So we were able to get that all leveled out and blah, blah, blah. And now we've been hand putting buckets of water from the one IBC tote into the other one. And now I think what we're going to do is just use a small transfer pump to go back and forth. And that pump will be good because if I ever have the IBC tote in my truck to get water from someplace else for the cistern, I can just use the pump to basically pump out from my truck. So we did set the IBC tote up. Right after that, my dad came up and hung out for a week. And it was awesome. I mean, we spent the first probably 3 or 4 days pretty hardcore. We went and got the first delivery of sheetrock, which was 40 sheets, you know, of by 10, half-inch by 10 in my truck, which definitely gave my truck a run for its money. But the other cool thing was we got started on the sheetrock, which I think sometimes the hardest part is just getting started. But we worked most of the days, which, thank you, Pop. We put in some hard days, and we definitely got a really big chunk of the sheetrock done in the beginning. I do have some pictures and some video, I think, but...
it wasn't raining an hour ago.
No, it wasn't raining, but that's okay. We did get to hang out for the week, which was even cooler. I love hanging out with my pop, and we did some fun, cool things. We were able to, you know, we burned a couple of the brush piles, so we were able to have a big bonfire one night, and he and I just kind of sat around, played some guitar, and we went on a bunch of walks, and we kind of drove through some parts of town that I never got to, and it was just nice to kind of kick back, hang out, and relax for a little bit. So any pictures I have, I'll throw them up now. Time. There's rivers to cross and hills to climb. Some nights we may fall apart. Some nights might feel cold and dark. Nobody wins afraid of losing. Someday we'll look back and smile and know it was worth every mile. Making love on that carousel, my boardwalk angel, my boardwalk angel, my boardwalk angel. All right, so I'll let Dayna talk about solar for a minute.
Yeah, so Dave can share all the actual details and maybe put some information or some photos, but we did end up adding 2 more small panels to the Shabin. Now that Dave's living up here full time, he definitely can see where it was needed. We got a really awesome Iceco, cooler, refrigerator. It doesn't draw much, but anyone who's doing solar right now knows that days like today, when you're not really getting anything, but you're charging your laptop or you're charging your phone or that cooler's running. So we did add 2 more panels.
Which really helped. I mean, we were pulling like maybe 8.5 amps off the 200 watts, which is a joke, but with those 2 extra panels, a couple of the days last week or the week before, like we were pulling like almost 18 or 19 amps on good sunny days, which is plenty for what we need down there.
Yeah, yeah.
I think my father-in-law came up during the time that we were putting them in, and I think he helped me, and I might have some video on that. That might have been the only thing that I was trying to at least show you guys, like how to disconnect the busman disconnects and put the panels on and stuff. So if I do have video on that, I'll try and do a really short. It's just adding 2 panels. It took us like 20 minutes. But if I have the video or some video footage, I'll try and put a little thing together for that. Or when we get done talking, maybe you guys can tell us what you want to hear more or see more about, because I still can't do community posts, and I don't really know how else to just reach out and say, like, are you guys tired of seeing me put a ladder around the house? Because I'm tired of doing it. But yeah, so the solar, I'll see if I can put some together. After my wife went back to her parents' house, a friend of mine up here that I've met from doing some work here invited me over to his farm, and that was nice. It was nice to take a break from work, and I got to see his like 140-acre farm, which was awesome. Got to kind of hang with his cattle a little bit. We saw the whole property. He showed me kind of his operation and the things he's getting into. Him and his wife, who are super awesome. And even cooler.
And your parting gift.
And my parting gift was some fresh hot dogs from their farm, which I tell you were probably the best hot dogs I've ever had in my life. As a matter of fact, they gave me 2 packs of hot dogs, and I wanted to try and get them home because my mother-in-law loves hot dogs, and they were so good I wanted her to try one, and I pretty much ate, I think, all 10. Not good for me, but I enjoyed every minute of it, and you don't even need to put anything on these hot dogs. They're that good. But I had a great day at his farm, and it was, like I said, a nice day to kind of get away from the build for a little bit. And thank you, my man H, because him and his wife let me fill up some water jugs that were desperately needed by that time. So that's keeping me going for the next month or so while we keep going. What's next? Super exciting.
Oh yeah, very exciting. And we'll definitely show you more. I think we just have some photos, no real video of it yet, but we did treat ourselves to a JCB
TLB, baby.
TLB.
Tractor loader backhoe.
She's a little beat up, but she'll do great for us, and we're super excited to learn everything about it, learn how to use it, and give her a little TLC so that hopefully she runs for a good long while for the projects that we want. But it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, this thing looks like it drove off a bridge. No lie.
I feel like we hit level of I'm not gonna say like Doug and Stacy and stuff like that. Or
oh my gosh, my wife just compared us to Doug and Stacy.
No, we finally have our first, other than the brush hog, this is like our first real piece of machinery.
This is awesome. It's gonna help out on this property, and to be honest, it's difficult to get help from contractors. So, that's why we built the house ourselves, and I should have known better that. It's okay. I should have known better than to just pick the machine up in the beginning. But we will show, I have a picture of it, and we will do a little bit more video on this because we haven't really even had a chance to kind of hang out with it. This is nice. I didn't get a shower, so this works out. But like I said, this thing looks like it was driven off a bridge. There's a lot, it's missing windows, but It drives, it runs, digs, and drives, and that was what was most important to me. And certainly I wasn't like, you know, it's 100 grand for a new machine like this, and we were nowhere near that. So we're very excited to pick up. It's a JCB 215 Series 3, so we're stoked on that. Let's see if we can wrap it up here.
Okay, because the rain just picked up.
All right, so we did pick up a new generator. We picked up the little Champion 2,000 watt generator, which I'm stoked at because to run the Shabin on the big one's just a waste. So now we can run the Shabin on crappy days like today. If we need to plug into the generator, we'll just use that. I'm gonna be in between the waterfall.
Just scoot your butt all the way back. Yeah.
Hopefully you can still see us.
Still in the shot. Oh, dude, you just are not.
Okay. All right, so we tried to get out of the rain a little bit. Let's see if we can wrap it up, right? Okay, so we did pick up the new generator, which we're stoked about. Just a little generator, but for us up here, that little bit will go a long way. Plus, not as much gas and all that kind of stuff. A huge thank you to my buddy LD. He just left yesterday, and he helped me pick up not only the other almost 40 sheets of 1/2" by 12 footers in both my truck and his truck. You know, he really helped knock out a ton of the sheetrock in here. Now, I haven't really videoed any of the sheetrock because, listen, who wants to watch some dude hang drywall? I will go in and show you guys kind of while we're finishing up a little bit and maybe show you a couple of the things that we did that maybe some other people don't do, but there's nothing special. It's just sheetrock, and really it was most important for me to just get it done. So thank you, LD, man. I appreciate you coming up and helping out, and it was really fun to hang out a couple days and just sit out the Shabin and enjoy a couple beers. Okay. Last but not least.
What?
Okay, so we're gonna split this one up because Dayna doesn't get to hang out in the videos too often, but we really appreciate, again, you guys checking out the videos. We have a lot of really cool things coming up. Anything that I think is really worth it, you guys know that I'll try and spend the time to video. Sheetrock, not worth it. You know, once we get that mud and tape and we move on to like the next important stuff, connecting, you know, mechanical, starting the other building, starting to build the kitchens, bathrooms, tile. You know, I'll make sure some of the finishing work, I'll show all that stuff. But right now, it's so important for us to get as much done before the winter comes. But with that being said, the vinyl stuff.
Oh, yeah. Until then, we'll leave you with some time lapse of Dave putting in the vinyl siding. Vinyl soffit. I can do that again.
Yeah. Okay, so until then,
we'll leave you with some time lapse of Dave installing the vinyl soffit, because we all know how much Dave loves time lapse.
enjoy. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.